Boeing sued by more than 400 pilots in class action over 737 MAX's unprecedented cover-up.
Here's a summary of the article.
More than 400 pilots have joined a class action against American plane manufacturer Boeing, seeking damages in the millions over what they allege was the company's unprecedented cover-up of the known design flaws of the latest edition of its top-selling jet, the 737 MAX. Boeing's 737 MAX series, first announced in 2011 and put to service in 2017, is the fourth generation of its 737 aircraft, a widely popular narrow-body aircraft model that has been a mainstay of short-haul aircraft routes across the globe. This latest lawsuit filed against Boeing marks the first class action lodged by pilots qualified to fly the 737 MAX series, who have alleged that Boeing's decisions have caused them to suffer from monetary loss and mental distress since the jet's suspension. The originating plaintiff, known as Pilot X, who has chosen to remain anonymous for fear of reprisal from Boeing and discrimination from Boeing customers, lodged the statement of claim on Friday, which seeks damages for them and more than 400 colleagues who work for the same airline. In court documents seen by the ABC, the claim alleges that Boeing engaged in an unprecedented cover-up of the known design flaws of the MAX, which predictably resulted in the crashes of 2 MAX aircraft and subsequent grounding of all MAX aircraft worldwide. In a rush to bring the plane to customers, Boeing did not alert pilots to the software in a bid to prevent any new training that required a simulator, a decision that was also designed to save MAX customers money. Pilot X alleges that Boeing decided not to tell MAX pilots about the MCAS or to require MAX pilots to undergo any MCAS training so that its customers could deploy pilots on revenue-generating routes as quickly as possible. By seeking damages for monetary and mental distress, the pilots lodging the class action said they hoped to deter Boeing and other airplane manufacturers from placing corporate profits ahead of the lives of the pilots, crews, and general public they service.
This post received a score of 42,054, with an upvote ratio of 97%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
So is it then possible for families who lost loved ones in previous Boeing crashes to also file class actions at some point in time? The article says that's happening. Also that some airlines are suing for lost revenue. Glad I didn't buy Boeing stock.
This is the perfect time to buy the stock. Buy when there is blood in the streets.
Too bad the stock is still 3x what it was 3 years ago. It took a hit the first couple of days after the second crash, but it has been holding steady since then.
Because traders see it as a value purchase right now. Ride the storm out, get ready for the long haul, and then cash out when it blows over and Boeing emerges from the other side unscathed. If you've watched capitalism function in this country for the last 30 years and you are making a gigantic financial bet on it not changing in any discernible way with this case, especially with Trump in charge of the DOJ, what would you think about the chances of that bet paying off?
Plus, it's not like they're going anywhere. They're an aerospace giant with big gov contracts.
Oh, there's a precedent, all right. Boeing did a massive cover-up of the 737's rudder problems in the 90s, which caused several aircraft to crash.
Greater than investigators realized upon their arrival that someone have made off with the spring and end cap, but did not realize the significance of this act. Boeing literally snatched those pieces from the investigation center and packed them for shipment. The NTSB replaced the pieces. To top it off, Boeing started pushing a theory that the plane was hit by a sideways tornado. But the NTSB did not buy the theory, but it also did not find any evidence that the dual servo had failed, because Boeing had already snatched the parts that identified the failure mode. WTF.
Literally evidence was stolen from right under their feet and they're like, what could that possibly mean? If anything, that would make me more suspicious. Also goes to show that Boeing already knew what was causing it.
That should put the board of directors and CEO to a firing squad.
Make them take responsibility for their actions. What kind of madman would even suggest such a thing? The hit to the stock price was punishment enough.
I know that's sarcasm, but that's an argument that will be made in court. I'd bet money on seeing it in some form there.
Your Honor, the hit to the stock price is punishment enough. These people from the internet agree on it.
I think the knowledgeable internet man just said firing squad actually.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.